message, we'll get back to you as soon as possible, providing we survive the flood. Have a pleasant day.
Hi, yes, this is Yana, Shem's new wife. We booked our honeymoon through your travel agency. I'm calling to complain. My husband and I wanted a honeymoon on a cruise ship. And we're stuck on this gigantic boat with my in-laws and two of every creature that walks the earth. I did not book a zoo cruise honeymoon. You guaranteed my satisfaction. I'm not very satisfied. So please call me back at your earliest convenience. Thanks. Bye.
Sweetie, who is that?
Oh, I was just calling that travel agency to complain about our accommodations. I think we should at least get our deposit back. I mean, they promised us fine dining and nightly entertainment. I don't call shoveling out the elephant stalls entertainment.
Well, I don't know. I think it's pretty entertaining, and it certainly is nightly.
Oh, honey, I don't mean to complain. I don't want to be one of those wives, but this isn't how I hope to start our marriage together.
I know, me either. It's been a hard first week of marriage, but at least we're together, right?
Oh, I suppose so. But couldn't we leave your parents behind? Your mother has already criticized how I do the dishes. And your father, his snoring is terrible. I'd rather sleep next to the warthog.
I know, I'm sorry about that. When the rain stops, maybe we can sleep up on the deck.
I just feel like we've had such bad luck. First it starts raining on our wedding day. Then our cruise gets messed up. Then we have to bump next door to your parents. What kind of honeymoon is this?
Yana, sweetheart, you know that isn't really a honeymoon, don't you?
Not our honeymoon. We just got married. Then we got on a boat. How is this not our honeymoon?
We're all on this boat because we have to be. You know, because of the flood.
I don't get what you're saying.
Haven't you noticed all the rain we've been getting?
Well, of course I have. I'm not an idiot.
All that rain has flooded our land. We have to be on this boat to survive. That's why my father built this boat.
So, this isn't a cruise ship?
Of course not. Weren't you there when Dad was telling us about what God told him?
I think I remember hearing that God had spoken to your father. I was probably having a wedding dress fitting, and you didn't tell me.
Well, I guess I forgot. But didn't you notice us building this ark?
I thought your father was building us a really big house for after we got married.
You don't think it was odd that we were being herded onto a giant boat in the rain with a whole zoo full of animals?
You saw my veil. Who could see through all that fabric? I can't even be certain that you're the one I married on our wedding day. So anyways, you herded me onto this boat like I was no different than any of these animals?
Oh dear, you're a lot different than many of those animals. For instance, you have much better manners than the chimpanzees.
Good morning, Mother. Jan and I were just talking about the flood. It seems that we didn't tell her about God's plan ahead of time.
Oh dear, you know that communication is the best foundation for a good marriage.
Yes, I know, Mother.
But wait, all this time we've been on the Ark. What in the world have you been thought we were doing? Having a cruise with all four-legged animals as guests?
Yes, Mother, we've gone over that already.
And I know I look like an idiot. But what am I supposed to think when my husband doesn't keep me informed?
Can we let that go? Maybe I should explain to you what God said.
Well, it's about time.
Well, you see, God came to Dad and told us he was very angry with humanity. He had made humans good, but they become evil.
Such a disgrace. God's own creatures using the gift of life for drunkenness and carousing and violence and murder.
Anyway, God decided he couldn't make humanity change their ways, so he decided to start over. But not from scratch. God chose to start over with us.
With us?
With Noah and me and our family.
But why you?
Because my Noah is a good man. He always prays to God for guidance. He tries to be generous and kind to everyone. He gives God credit for everything and lives a righteous life.
In fact, I think God said that Dad was blameless.
Oh, now wait a minute. Let's not go too far. That blameless is a pretty strong word. We don't want your father to get the big head.
So, since everybody else is evil, but Noah pleased God, God wants to start a new humanity with your family?
That's right. And since you're my wife and you're part of my family and get to be part of God's new plan, see? I'm the best thing that ever happened to you.
We'll see about that. Your blameless column is running on empty right about now.
I think we're going to get along just fine, Yana.
Yeah, okay, so where are we going on this, this ark, you called it?
Yes, God told Noah to make this ark, and he was very specific about how to build it. But what do you mean? Where are we going?
Well, we're clearly very far away now from those evil humans, you know, where we used to live. So are we like going to sail to a new place where there aren't any humans?
Oh, no. No, my dear. You don't understand, do you?
Yana, honey, there aren't any humans anywhere. Not anymore.
What? What do you mean? Where did they go?
My dear, they're gone. When the rain started, we were on the ark because there wasn't going to be anywhere else where people could survive.
It's rained for many days already. The world is flooded, Yana. We're the only ones left.
I can't believe it. Everybody else is gone?
Yes. And this ark will be our home until the rain stops and the land appears again.
But
That's horrible. I know. Noah has a feeling that God already regrets this flood. But God has a plan for us. And instead of looking backward, we should be looking forward and be thankful that God saved us and included us in his plan.
wow. I guess you really are the best thing that's ever happened to me. So what do you think God's plan is for us?
Well, while we're on this ark, we have to care for God's other creatures so that when the land appears again, they can repopulate the earth.
I've always been an animal lover, so I can do that. What else?
Grandchildren! And lots of grandchildren. And soon, you have to repopulate the earth, you know.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Don't worry, she said the same thing to my brothers in their lives.
Well,
got the good birthing hips. I could see you having a dozen children. 2 dozen.
Shem?
Now, Mother, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, don't worry. Noah and I will be around to raise them all, and we'll have a lot to teach them.
I don't really know what we're going to teach them about from this adventure.
We'll simply teach them about the importance of faith.
What do you mean?
Well, Noah has always been a man of great faith. He always believed in God and tried to live the way that God would want him, and he would be proud. When we got married, he showed me how important it was to make God a priority in our lives.
Dad always taught us to thank God for everything we've been given. He always said, God is the reason we're here, so nothing is more important than God.
God is still the reason we're here. God is the reason we're still here to start over.
I'm just overwhelmed. Anything that humanity will become depends on us. We have to start civilization over again. Oh my goodness, how are we going to do that? There are no stores, no farms, no buildings, no workers, no builders, just us. That's a lot of pressure. I don't think I can handle this. How are we ever going to survive?
There's only one way. Faith in God.
Well, that can't possibly be enough to start the world over again.
Oh, God could start the world over without us anyway. I believe that. I also believe that God will help the 8 of us start over and make this world a more loving place.
We're all good at something, and God will use our talents to do what He needs to have done.
Well, sure. God can use you because you're strong and you can build things. Your brothers will be good farmers. Your parents, they inspire us all. But what can I possibly do to make any sort of difference?
You're a great cook, and you're great at organizing.
None of that's very important.
Of course it is. While some of us build houses, you can make sure that we're fed.
But I'll do the dishes, dear.
And you can keep us on schedule and make sure we get things done.
I do like being in charge.
Oh, you won't be in charge, dear, but you can help me.
God is in charge, Mother. And we'll all need to learn to listen to God and to work together. There's a lot to do, and there's a place for each of us, each one of us.
That's true. And we need to remember that the only thing that will get us through this flood is our faith in God. Faith in God is what put us on this ark. Faith in God is what's going to get us through these long, rainy days.
And faith in God is going to help us to start over together, won't it?
Exactly. We've got one another, too.
Okay, that's enough chit-chat. Shem, it's time to feed the reptiles. Get a move on.
Do I have to? I hate reptiles. They're so creepy.
They're God's creatures, sweetheart.
It's okay, honey. I'll do it for you. I think they're kind of cute.
Thank you, Yana. You're a lifesaver.
You might even say I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you.
Yes, I would. And I thank God every day that you'll be my partner in God's new creation.
You're just saying that because there are no other women left in the world?
Nope. You're the only one for me.
I think you're blameless